All right, good evening, everyone, or afternoon, etc. It is day 8 of the 10-day EOC review. Today, you're going to be looking at solving linear equations and inequalities using concrete models, graphs, and properties of equations, right, to study problems. So let's take a look at our very first problem right here. It says, given y equals 4x minus 20, write a scenario that could use this equation as a solution to a problem, right? So we want to make up a problem that can use as a solution. Well, there's something you need to know about this problem. For one, you need to know what that represents, and then you also need to know what this represents. All right, make a note that the 4 is a rate. Why? Because that's your slope. Right? The number that's always next to the x is your slope, is your rate. So in the story that you're about to make, you need something that's a rate, and then also you need something that's a start. You need to start at negative 20, or you need to add on, like take away 20 from whatever's going on. You need to take away from it. But that's basically your start, also known as your y-intercept. Right? Your y-intercept. So your y-intercept is negative 20, and your slope is positive 4. And you want to write a scenario that could use this equation as a solution to a problem. So let's see the following. I want to make up a story here. So we're going to say that you are making, right, making, let's say, got it, blank per blank. I probably should have went that way when I was writing, but oh well, right? Basically, you're making something per something. The reason why we're saying something per something is because you could put whatever you want in these two things. It could be like, I don't know, gummy bears per minute or something. I don't know what you're making or whatever you want, but it's something in here, one per the other one. You are making something per something, right? Right? Then we can say, however, you started with negative 20 blanks, right? You don't know what we're talking about. So if it was gummy bears per hour, then you're going to say, however, you started with negative 20 gummy bears. I know this sounds kind of crazy, but that's the scenario given here. For some reason, you started off with, period. You started off with negative 20 gummy bears. Maybe because you owed a guy gummy bears. Who knows what's going on? But it's, however, you need to start with negative 20. It's kind of going to make a crazy story. You are making blank per blank. However, you start with negative 20 something. You fill in the blank right here. What goes right here? Okay? Then the story keeps on going. You are making blank per blank. However, you start with negative 20. Ah, got it. Let's say, okay. I got it. All right. How many, this blank, whatever you put here, you're going to put right here. So let me be red. How many, whatever you write, please write it here, till you have blank, and this is going to be some number here, right? Whatever this word is, so let me see, let me make sure. How many, nope. Yeah, that's right. Until you have, yeah, that's right, per minute. It's the other way. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to, this is really tough to make up a blank template for everybody, but this will help you. So you can make up your own story for a problem. But really, truth be, whatever you say here, you're going to say right here. So let's say it's gummy bears per hour, then it's how many hours till you have, and then this last guy right here. All right, so let me make that arrow a little nicer just real quick. just to help you make your story. How many blank hours, minutes, how many something till you have, and in this next spot could be any number you want. Just make sure it's some number, right? It's a number. Like you could say how many till you have, I don't know, 500 gummy bears or something. How many blanks do you have? Blank. Got it. Don't forget that what's going to go here has to be some number that you make up. All right, how long do you have 1,000 gummy bears or whatever you're talking about? It doesn't have to be gummy bears. It could be anything you want. It doesn't have to be minutes. It could be hours, weeks, days, so on. It could be so many different scenarios. I'll let you finish the blanks here, right? So you start off with this scenario, right? The rate has to be, oh, I forgot. You are making 4. I beg your pardon. This 4 is your rate. And since it's your rate, 4 has to go here. You are making 4 something per somethings, you know, because it's your rate. You're making 4 somethings per something. However, you start with -20. Then this spot right here is your item. Don't forget, this is the same item as this, right? So if it's gummy bears, then it's gummy bears, right? Whatever you write right here, whatever goes here must go in these 2 spots here, okay? And this will help you write a story. Fill in these blanks right here, and you will be able to make a story. Just make this story here. Okay. Once again, look through this and fill in the blanks. It could be anything you want. I mean, in any scenario you want. It could be, let me come up with something right now. Steaks? Okay, steaks. Steaks per hour. Got it. You're making 4 steaks per hour. 4 steaks per hour. However, you start with -20 steaks. For some reason, you're giving away 20 steaks. How many hours? Don't forget hours, because this, right, hours, whatever you write right here, should go there till you have some number of steaks. So say till you have 500 steaks and so on. That way you could actually make a problem and solve it. Don't forget also, solve your problem in the end. Solve your problem in the end. Don't forget to solve your problem in the end also once you finish solving your problem. All right. Alrighty. Look over here, graph the inequality. Once again, pretty easy. Don't forget that the slope is always the number next to x. In this case, -3 is your slope. And the 6 is your y-intercept. Now, I notice it's an inequality because it does not use an equal sign. It does not matter. You can still graph it. It's a little bit more trickier, though. Since it says 6, I'm going to start at 6. That's my y-intercept. And I have a slope of -3, which means if I do rise over run, my slope is -3 over, since it's a whole number, all whole numbers are over the number 1. So I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3 over 1, put a point. Down 1, 2, 3 over 1, put another point. And you're going to keep on doing this, right? And I think I can see the pattern here. I'm going to go a few more until you can put all your points. All right, and go backwards some. And then have all your points ready, and then you're ready to draw your line. There you are. Now we need to take care of this part. How do you do an inequality, right? How do you do a this? Make that happen. Well, this is how. This means less than, right? That y is less than. So if it's less than, are you beneath it or above it? Less than means below, right? So you are going to go below this line, and you're actually going to shade this entire region. So this whole region gets shaded. And then there it is. There is your inequality graphed just for you, just like that. Trick is to find your y-intercept, which it gave you, your slope, and then as an extra little bonus after you connect your lines was to deal with this symbol right here, the inequality symbol. That way you could shade above or shade below. And that's how inequalities look like. They're not just a line, there's a shade involved. All right. Using the inequality in question number 2, Determine if the coordinate pairs below are possible set. Right? How do you determine if it's a possible solution set? What determines that? Well, there's two main ways. One main way is to grab this point right here and try it in your equation. The equation was this item. And what you could do is actual substitution, where this is x, this is y. Since that's x and since this is y, I plug it in. This now is going to be 7, right? Is less than 6 minus 3 times, what's my x? Oh, I just noticed I got my x wrong. Beg your pardon, everybody. My x is 7. So 7 goes here, and 5 is y, so 5 goes here. This is substitution method. And now I could try it out. Is 5 less than 6 minus 21? Well, 6 minus 21 is actually equal to 6 minus 21 is negative 15. Is 5 less than negative 15? This is no. 5 is actually a bigger number than 15. So the answer for this one is no. The other way you could do besides substitution is to actually plot the point, right? So you could actually substitute, or you could actually plot it on your graph. So you can see, is it in the solution set? So I'm going to grab this point and see if it's in the solution set. It was a negative 3, 4. So negative 3 is 1, 2, 3, and 4 is up here. Here is the point, negative 3, 4. All right, so yes, it is a solution because it is in the shaded region. It's in a shaded area. If it's in a shaded area, it's an answer, right? Then it is yes. Yes. Right, so those are the different ways of doing it. You can either substitute it into the x and the y and do a true or false. Does it make the statement true, or does it make the statement false? Makes it true, then yes, it is a solution. If it makes it false, it is not a solution. Or you could plot it. So you got sub it or plot it, and plot it to see if it's in the shaded region. Either way works just fine. All right, guys, hope this was helpful. Y'all have a good rest of the night. Adios.